Hey guys, welcome back to my weekly pickups. This week we got, for the last week of January, we have Dark Knight's Metal, which is Capullo and Scott Snyder. Still partially enjoying the story. This one hasn't been as good as the last two, but still worth picking up. I haven't finished reading all the annuals, but Detective Comics number this is just the annual, so I gotta still finish this, and as you can tell, I'm in the process of reading it. I still have the flap open. So next is Flash Annual, Josh Williams. This is a really fun title, and this sets up what's moving forward with the Flash title, so really looking forward to reading more of that. Harley Quinn 36. Just basically bought this for the Frank Cho cover. I don't really read the interiors, but I do like the Harley. Now, one of my favorite titles that I haven't seen anyone show yet is JSA and Doom Patrol. This was probably my favorite book of the week, just for the simple fact that this is what I originally wanted when I heard Gerard Way was going to be doing Doom Patrol. I wanted the team aspect, but the first books that they launched were taking a long time, and they were just really out there and psychedelic and had a weird feel to them. And I dropped the title, but I was really interested in this for the simple fact that it was going to be the people, all the characters from Young Animal were going to be integrating into the DC universe. And this is another thing is Steve Orlando helped with the writing, and I'm not sure if that's what made the difference in this, or if it's just that he's going to be doing the JSA part. But this by far was the best comic. This has some big ideas in here. I do like the combination of things that is happening in this. So if you're not a Doom Patrol fan or a Gerard Way fan, I still highly recommend that people probably pick this up. This was my favorite read of the week. Go out and get it. The Milk Wars, which is really funny. All right. Next is The Silencer, number 1. I partially like this. I do like John Romita, but for this felt almost like an Image title to me from the early 90s. Not just because John Romita is one of the top artists from the 90s, but I meant top artists as doing mainstream work. But the other thing was I meant a mercenary. It felt something out of Image Comics that I'm used to, like the Spawn titles. But to be honest, the story was good enough where I'm happy to pick up the second one. I still haven't finished reading Damage, but for the first the New Age of Heroes tagline, it's good enough to pick up the second and maybe continue with the story and see if it evolves a little bit from here. All right. So I told my wife I'd eventually get to this series, but I haven't because I have so many weekly titles. But this is her book, and she loves it. So Beauty 19 came in. Now, one of the titles I'm thinking about dropping, even though it's Robert Kirkman, it just hasn't been my thing for a little bit. I did like the father aspect in the story, but it feels like it's been dragging, and then I'm also really upset that the Showtime show has been taking so long to come out. So I may be dropping this depending on how this last issue is. But Outcast number 33. Alright, so this is a Make It or Break It right now with The Realm number 5. This title started off very strong. I really liked the first issue. But after that first issue, it just felt like a regular zombie apocalypse. Nothing really that stood out to me. A little bit weird. And who knows if I'm going to continue reading it after this, but I got the A cover, and I mostly got this for the Jenny Frison B cover, which is really nice. The title that for Spawn, this is what I originally collected when I got back into comics in 1998. I stopped around, I think, Spawn 110, I'm sorry, 210, and I haven't been collecting the title for a very long time, especially after Capullo left Spawn and came back, came over to DC. I followed him over when he started writing the Batman title, or not writing, I'm sorry, drawing the Batman title. So I'm going to give it a try again, but Todd McFarlane isn't on the artwork. The story has changed a lot, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes, but I have this small run, and looking forward to where the story goes. Now, a title that I didn't think that came out I knew that Avengers came out this week, but I'm not sure if a lot of people knew about this. I saw it sitting in the back shelf of my local comic book shop, and I'm a big Rogue fan, and these are the Young Guns artist editions, and they're variant covers, and they're blank. They're virgin variants, so no lettering. And when I saw this Rogue, I wanted it right away. This wasn't on my pull list. I think my local comic book shop was holding it, and he didn't really tell anyone that he was getting these. And from what I understand, it's the top shops, maybe in your area, so per state. So I'm really surprised my shop qualified for this, but this is a beautiful Rogue cover. I really, really like it. But next week is going to be a awesome X-Men Red cover with X-23 on it. So I'm really looking forward to these Young Gun titles, and I'm not sure if you know what the Young Guns thing is, but it's basically Marvel is trying to come out with popular artists and feature them to try to sell the titles. And this one is done by Russell Dodderman, which is the artist for the Mighty Thor right now. So I do love his artwork in that. He does interiors on this, but this is a cover from him, and I was really happy to get this. And it wasn't, I think I paid $5 for it, so there wasn't a big price hike or anything, which there shouldn't be, but I ended up getting that. Love that cover. This is the Return to Planet Hulk, and the Incredible Hulk 712. I read the first issue, and I still need to finish the rest, but awesome cover of Hulk and Thor battling it out. One of my favorite series right now is Old Man Logan. I love the story, where it's going. I love the Deodato cover art, but I was really surprised that Deodato did not do the interiors on here. Robertson, I'm not familiar with that artist, but it looks like he was the one that did this. But I'm not sure if he's doing a copycat of Deodato, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that. What would I use there? I will film it again. Like, it wasn't that distracting. There we go. All right. One, two, three. So the artwork wasn't that distracting, where it's something where I would drop the title for. And I'm actually really liking where the story's going. And Ed Brisson is still writing it, so really happy with that one. Now, there's sometimes when a second print comes out and you just love the cover. When I saw that they solicited the Thanos 13 for the second cover, I knew I had to pick up a couple of these. I have another one waiting for me at the comic book shop, but I have the original first print of this, but the second print, I really like this, and I like it because it has Cosmic Ghost Rider and King Thanos or Old Man Thanos, whatever you want to call him. We have him on the cover, and just love this cover. So I'm happy to get that one. And then another make it or break it one that I'm thinking about either keeping or leaving is this is Reactor 2. This is written by Donny Cates and Barnett. That's who's doing the artwork. See if I'll continue with this. I'm not a real Volt's comic collector, but or Volt, I'm sorry, comic book collector, but see where the story goes and see if I'm going to pick up the continuing issues. But that's it for my weekly pickups. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time.